Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Bitcoin holders, altcoin holders, crypto holders. It's time to go shopping. I know Bitcoin and crypto market is in red right now, and that is why it's the perfect time to go shopping because there's plenty of bargains to be had. But for those of you guys that are panicking, I'm here to reassure you that things will be okay. And I'm going to tell you why. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell in case I am late like today, so you get notified. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I could see a lot of people tuning in right now, don't know what's going on, and people are demanding answers. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I know that Bitcoin all of a sudden dropped, seems to have dipped out of nowhere, and it seems like we have dipped to oblivion, and it's just nonstop, right? Nonstop. Downward pressure. But what I always say? When in doubt, zoom out. And when you zoom out, you realize, oh, okay, we're actually not so bad. Even at our 61 level, okay, we're still higher than where we were just a week ago. In fact, yes, even at this point, we are at the same level we were at November 7th. November 7th. Not October 7th, not September 7th, November 7th. So basically 1 week ago. So when in doubt, zoom out, and you realize that things aren't as bad as they seem. Because just a week ago, we were actually lower, around 60,000. And if you go back 2 weeks ago, we were actually below 60,000. Okay, so first of all, if you're truly panicking, when in doubt, zoom out, and you realize, okay, it's not so bad. And how you could also tell is that Bitcoin is still above 60,000. Okay. Now, with that said, some of you guys are new and antsy and have no patience. You're like, well, George, I don't care what happened, last week or 2 weeks ago. I want to know why things went down, right? Why is it not at 70,000? Why is plan B going to be wrong and this and that, right? Here's the thing. Bitcoin and crypto is volatile. It's unpredictable at times. This is why sometimes I say, you know what, TA works until it doesn't. And you can apply that to anything. Metrics work until they don't, right? Models work until they don't, right? It's really hard to predict sometimes, especially on a shorter scale. I mean, like, for example, most of you guys are watching your portfolio like every 5 minutes, okay? It's impossible to do TA at every 5 minutes. Even on a longer grand scale, like, well, okay, you're looking at a 4-hour chart, you're looking at a daily chart. Even then, things can flow up and down really, really fast, right? But the one thing that has held true so far with Bitcoin is the more patience you have, the more money you make. And that comes with holding and hodling. And basically, the longer you do it, the more you make, and then you can ignore all this, right? The up and downs. But I was curious. I wanted to see how many people got liquidated tonight. And it's not as bad as before. People are starting to learn that, yes, you should not be playing leverage. And I don't care how many people that comment in and like, okay, George, I know what I'm doing. You could responsibly use leverage. But yes, maybe the 5% of you out there, 95% that are playing leverage, they have no idea what they're doing. So today, you could see right here I don't know if you can see, let me zoom up a little bit, about 380 million longs liquidated, and that's not what we want, okay? This is newcomers or even amateurs that think they know better. So they're playing with risky leverage, and they have been wrecked, liquidated, $380 million gone. We don't want that, right? And with liquidations, not only do people wreck themselves, it causes a cascading effect and it has big down pressure on the entire market, and that's what we don't want. So unfortunately, that's what happened right now. Now, what's also interesting about leverage is there are some people like Willy Woo who is predicting that Bitcoin won't go up until people stop being so greedy. He's arguing in this recent interview that too many people are expecting Bitcoin to go higher, so they're playing too much leverage, and every time that happens, the whales knock them down, liquidate them, and kind of causes these temporary setbacks. So actually, according to him, he thinks that everyone just should stop playing leverage. And I agree with him. I think overall, it'll be better for the whole community. I think overall, if all the exchanges shut down their leverage, it would be fantastic because it would get rid of a lot of volatility like right now. But anyways, with that said, is it time to panic and run for the hills? No, it's not. Like I said in the title and at the beginning, it's time to go shopping. A lot of you guys, I've been telling you guys, right? You got to have cash on the side. Some of you guys have listened, some of you guys haven't. But if you don't have cash on the side, it's okay. You can sit and hold and just wait for things to come back. But for those of you guys that have cash, well, today is a pretty good opportunity to dollar cost average, to buy the dips, right? This is what you want to do. Basically, the market reset to where it was a week ago, okay? So it didn't reset until like 7 months ago, 3 months ago. No, it reset to where we were like a week ago, okay? Just to put things in perspective. However, certain altcoins have fallen a lot more because of Bitcoin's weakness, right? If you look at what I'm going to do right now on Live Coin Watch, and this is something that you guys could do too. If you go to property, go rank, I'm going to do at most 200. So I'm going to look at the top 200 coins. So this is page 1 and 2. And I'm going to sort it by the biggest loss in the last 7 days. Not today, not just one day, but the last 7 days. And then let me go through this list and let's see what has been oversold and what is a good pickup right now. Okay, so let's go through this. I know many of these coins. I know a lot of you guys do, but I think we'll find some surprises in here because some have sold off way more than they should have, and some is actually still in the green. So that's fantastic. So they're probably not good to be DCAing right now, but let's go through a list. Okay, the worst off one in the top 200 is OMG, down almost 38%. Now, OMG is one that I've never really gotten into. They are a layer 2 solution. They are still decently big, but they've been overshadowed by so many others. And OMG have been sold off, and they went through a few transitions, so never got into it. So I'm not gonna recommend that. Samo coin is supposed to be Dogecoin of Solana. So again, like a meme coin. Yeah, selling off 37% does not surprise me, so I'm not getting into that. Now, UFO gaming, this is the hyped up metaverse play that is supposed to be launching on Cadena. Now, I haven't done my research into them yet, but a lot of people is very excited about this. So now that they're down 27%, could be a good pickup. But though, I just noticed they're already 500 million market cap, so they're relatively big already. But I need to do more research into them. They could be a pretty good pickup at this point, especially if you believe in Cadena and the whole ecosystem. Kylan, not that familiar, but yeah, I'm going to skip over them. Secret is sold off, and I think that's because they went on a terrific run the past month and the past 3 months, right? So they're a chain that's all about having privacy features, hiding your transactions, so forth. And recently I saw that there's a few big developments. I forgot what they were, but they have been doing really well. Past 30 days, you could see up 40%, despite the fact being down 25% this week, right? But overall, I'm not a fan of privacy coins, and here's the reason why. And people always ask me, why are you not a fan of privacy coins? It's because the governments around the world don't like them. And what they're doing is slowly pressuring the exchanges to delist all the privacy coins, right? So if you're not going to be able to buy them on the exchanges in the future, well, most likely they're not going to go up in price. However, they still exist on a lot of the dexes and so forth. So there's always going to be chances to buy them. But if you're looking for massive price appreciation, usually they have to be on a centralized exchange, and a lot of them being delisted one after another, especially in like Japan and South Korea, and even in the US. So, all right, moving on. Here's a big surprise. Phantom, which is down 24%. I definitely think they have oversold, and there's no reason for them to be down this much. The only thing that explains it is maybe there's a little bit more profit taking, because you could see over here on the right side, 90 days, it is up 500%. So that could explain it. They shot up really, really fast in the last 3 months, but now that this last week, they're off about 24%. Could be a good buying opportunity because of this dip. Now going down the list, another one that's a surprise is Polkadot. Actually, these four, I think they're all pretty good. Polkadot is down 20% this week, despite the fact that parachain auctions have commenced. And if you look at that last 90 days and last 30 days, Polkadot has just been really, really stagnant. Like barely in the green for the last 30 days and 90 days. Up 78%, which is not bad, but, trailing a lot of the other big caps. So Polkadot looks like they've been, steady for a long time, and obviously down 20% this week. So they could be definitely a big, good pickup right now. Also, the Graph, Atom, and FTX. I like all these projects, and they're down roughly the same. Okay, but Atom has done better last 90 days. But the Graph is a project that helps developers come out with APIs for data retrieval. And they have been doing really well. They've been, really growing over the last year, relatively big. They're like a mid cap, right? But I do think that they're oversold at this point. Cosmos, a layer one that I really like. I think they're always a good pickup. And what is it? FTT or FTX token. Of course, most of you guys have heard of FTX. The U.S. exchange is not that big, but the global one is, and Sam Bankman-Fried continues to, grow the ecosystem. So I think they're pretty good, although look at the 90 days, also not that much too. So could be a good pickup at this point. Now going down the list, there's some good ones. Kusama's a good one, sister chain, Polkadot. Celo is a payment network. A payment L1. Arweave is a storage provider for Solana. I think out of these three, I like Arweave. Many people ask me about Filecoin, Storage, Siacoin. They're all promising decentralized storage plays. But Arweave, I like the most because they're partnered up with Solana for that reason, to provide storage. And, their perma-web, which is very, very different than everything else out there, I do like. So I like Arweave the best out of that. Basic Attention Token, Harmony, down 17-18% for this week, right? Although the last 90 days and last 30 days still up. I think there's a lot going for Harmony. There's a lot of news that's coming out, right? DeFi and NFT ecosystem blowing up. They just launched, I just saw something. They connected with Chainlink recently, so that's also very positive, and it allows them to fetch data and many other things with that. So I like that a lot. Basic Attention Token also been doing pretty well, especially the last 30 days. So makers of Brave browser, which is what I'm using right now. Now going down the list, I'm gonna skip a little bit over some of these projects. I think Tezos is definitely oversold. They're, L1, a lot of NFT stuff going on, right? Not the most talked about coin out there, but, they have a ton of NFT marketplaces and games on top of them. So I do think, especially last 30 days, they're down 21%. So they're definitely oversold. Now moving down the list, I personally like these four right here. Illuvium, Theta, Matic, Uniswap. They're all down about 15% for this week. But Illuvium has done really well, just building up hype for their play turn game that should be out in the near future. Theta, decentralized streaming platform. Theta really surprised me. Look at them, in the last 90 days, down 4%. For the last 3 months, while most altcoins have gone up tremendously in the last 90 days, Theta did not. So they're really surprising me. They're really, really surprising me, and I'm wondering why. Matic, also, layer L1, L2, they have a ton of stuff going on. I think they're also oversold, or just they've been stagnant for too long. And Uniswap. Uniswap is the biggest DEX out there, and you can see they are massively, I take that back. Not massively oversold, but they are really, really, really stagnant. They have not moved. In fact, last 90 days, they're still down. Part of the reason for this could be because the SEC may go after Uniswap. That could be the reason. So maybe that's the reason why they kind of stopped moving. People stopped buying them. But they are still the biggest AMM by far. There's still a lot of liquidity locked in their yield pools, so I wouldn't discount them out just yet. But just want to bring that up there. Okay, I'm like about halfway through. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats before they disappear. Almost 9,000 people watching. Smash up the like. I know a lot of you guys are antsy about what's going on. You may have missed the intro. But when in doubt, zoom out, and then you realize things aren't so bad. And great time to be picking stuff up. That's why I'm going through a list. The lower time frames, thank you for that super chat. Can you do a shout out for Dathan from Matthew? Okay. What's holding ADA related projects back right now? Lack of DEX. That's what's holding them back. ADA. What else is there? Have you made money during the bear markets in the past? Yes. But you don't make it during the bear market. You make it after the bear market is over. How you make it when the bear market is over is by accumulating and buying when things are low. When Bitcoin was at 6,000, at 3,000, at 10,000, at 20,000, when things looked bleak, that's when you pick up. And when things recover and go back up, that's how you make money. Right, Vivian? So please do research on SafeMoon. It's not a meme coin anymore. Yeah, I saw, they're kind of like Sheeb, where, they develop their own wallets, they develop their own DEX, and they're trying to be more than a meme coin, but it's not for me. Not for me. Right, I haven't kept up with nominees and stuff, so I can't comment on that. Do all stablecoins only follow US dollar? Are there stablecoins that follow? Yes, there are other ones, but they're not widely known. Almost all of them follow the US dollar. All right, now moving on. What else is there? Rune is for Thorchain. It's like a massive liquidity play. I'm not really into them, but though they have done really well. Gatecoin is for Gate.io, another promising exchange out there. They have started to list a lot of coins out there. So, they're on the up and coming, but they are off about 14% this week. Going down the list, you have players like, I shouldn't say players, projects like Radium and Audius, right? Audius, I'm kind of surprised by because they're down in the last 90 days. They're decentralized Spotify. They have some big backers. They're getting into NFT, right? And they're on Solana, I believe, right? So they have no congestion. So quite surprised they have not been moving. But I do like that project. And they have very little competition in the space. And they have a marketplace that already works that you can actually stream from. Radium is, one of the DeFi projects on Solana. So I like them as a DeFi play. Now, moving down the list, you have someone like AMP that has not moved in 90 days, right? A lot of competition, I think. That's what's holding them back, and not a whole lot of retailers right now. It's still kind of iffy with, with restrictions and stuff like that. And there's a lot of supply chain issues. There's a lot of shortages. workers not wanting to go back. So, you know, there's still some issues. I think those things are holding AMP back. But I still think they're promising. You know, Ukomi is still promising because they have all the NFT licenses out there. So they have not done very well in the last 30 days. 90 days better, but 30 days, I think they're oversold. Still waiting for them to move to Immutable X. You know, someone like Terra. I love Terra. I love Chainlink. You want an Oracle, you go with Chainlink. And many projects are starting to utilize Chainlink's bridge, CCIP. And Terra, also very promising. L1 that supports their Terra USD. They have a ton of burning. And they have a big ecosystem with DeFi already. And then going down the list, what else is there that I really like that I think is sold off? You know, VeChain has been doing very well the last 30 to 90 days, down 10%. I think VeChain is starting to trend up. So could be a good time to stack up on VeChain right now. Also going down the list, what else is there? This is the top 200, by the way, if you guys didn't catch it. Cardano, I still think, oh man, Cardano is red even for the last 9 days. Cardano needs Sunday Swap or someone else to come out with their DEX. That's it. They need someone to come out with their DEX and make it work. And then things, I think, will start moving. It's just like, you know, ever since they announced their, you know, they were they were pumping up until, you know, that is a Sunday or some other DEX tried to launch on the testnet and it failed. And ever since then, Cardano stopped moving. So I think that's what's really holding them back. And of course, you have someone like Ethereum that's down 9%, you know, mostly from today, 7% from today. That's because people are panicking for no apparent reason. So Ethereum is always a good pickup. And then you have, rounding out the, you know, the list here, you have Bitcoin that's down about 8% for the week, 9% for the week, and about 6% today. It's always a good idea to buy Bitcoin. When you could get cheap Bitcoin, you take advantage of it. And like I said at the beginning, people that make the most from Bitcoin are the ones that have the most patience and have held the longest. That's really the name of the game for Bitcoin. All right, so that's top 200. Most of these are in red. You know, then if you go to the opposite, which is the ones that lost less, I mean, there's still a lot out there, right? There's a lot out there. Flow, you know, Anchor, Solana. These are good ones, but they're barely down for the week, so they're not as attractive. BNB barely down for the week. They're starting to come back up. You know, Constellation's a promising L1. You know, you got like Seller, Layer 2, Nervos. I like these. You know, one that I've really been picking up on recently is KuCoin shares. They're just slow and steady rise. Right? Last 30 days up 90 days 135. You can see this chart right here. They're starting to pick up bets because a lot of people are starting to use KuCoin. And then you go down the list, someone like Avalanche, which is down 10% for today, but they're still up 1% for the week. So I do like them, but they're not as big of a bargain right now. Helium also, they're down 9% today, but they're still up for the week. So I like them, but they're not a real bargain at this point. You know, Voyager, same thing. Sandbox, a lot of meta, you know, verse plays that went up this week, so they're still in the green for the week. And then you go down the list. What else is there? I mean, there's a lot of people talk about Radex. I still need to do more research into them, but they're still up. Decentraland is up big this week. Cadena is still big this week, although it fell down. It's about 19.20. It's still up for the week, so, but I still like them. Chromia, they're L1, really hot today, part of the metaverse. Gala, part of the metaverse. I mean, man, Gala is just killing it. It's even today, it's up 40%. I don't even know what happened with them, right? And Render. A lot of people like Render. They have something going on with Solana to help them build the metaverse or something. That's why they're doing good. All right, that's it. So that's kind of top 200. Some are very, very oversold. Some are not, right? But hey, when things are down, that's when you take advantage. That's when you buy. You buy low and you sell high, right? Not the opposite. You don't want to buy high and sell low. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Any opinion on Raptorium? No, I have no opinion on that. Have you looked at Curado? I have. They're like a DeFi project for institutions that's built on MetaMask, right? I saw it. I need to do more research into it. It looks interesting, but I don't quite get what they're doing. But based on what you said, they're backed by Kronos, Gemini, Coinbase, so that's pretty good. But that project does look interesting. I do want to look into them. What's your opinion on NFT champions? None. I have no idea. Don't worry, George. Raptors are winning. Raptors just went from a championship team to a club that no one cares about. OXT, that's Orchard. They're not super low cap. They're decentralized VPN. Not a whole lot of people really care about them. Someone else says Curado. Nitto, thank you. Regulations won't kill Power Ledger as they would kill Bitcoin. Power is green, profitable, doubled its value today. They've been around for quite some time. Green energy is not a sexy thing. They are growing, but power sharing is really hard in many jurisdictions. Green energy is okay, but let's see. They've been around for quite some time. Trias, I looked into Trias. Like many others, I don't know what makes them really stand out. They're relatively low market cap, but a lot of these L1s, they all promise the same thing. Hey, we're fast, we're scalable, we're more secure, we're more decentralized, all this, but they have no network traction, right? So you need that network effect. Otherwise, it's not going to go anywhere. Wonderland, the API is so high, seems like a scam. If it seems like a scam, it is a scam. So there we go. Buying 10K in Tezos and e-baiting, and I have no idea. Crypto.com I do like. API 3, it doesn't matter if they could have better scaling or have better token economics than Chainlink because no one is using them. No one cares. Everyone is using Chainlink. So you go with the player that everyone cares about. Oh, by the way, so before I get into Q&A, I do have a new sponsor today. And they are in the gaming, the esports, the NFT space. They are called Hyperchain X. Invest in the future of gaming. So what is this all about, what I just said? They're building out a platform for esports, for tournaments, for content creators, for investors. They're fusing everything into one, right? So right now we know esports is a big thing. We know esports betting is a big thing, although not legal in all jurisdictions, but it'll probably be there. I mean, look at sports betting; it's now legal, right? So esports betting probably gonna be a big thing. But of course, outside of those things, right now, what's also hot are is NFTs, right? So the goal is to create a crypto gaming platform that you have buy-in tournaments, one-on-one, high-stake battles, league creation options for esports team, live streams, and an NFT marketplace all in one, right? So it's a very ambitious project, basically combining 3 or 4 things together and making it the next-gen gaming and NFT platform. That is what they're trying to do. So you have play-to-earn games, NFT, crypto games, live streams. And what they're trying to do is not only entice game makers to come on board, but they're also building out their own mobile games. And of course, everything within the platform is going to be utilizing their Hyper token. That just makes sense, right? The big thing about this project is this. They have partnered up, or at least got advisor, Derek Tran of Infantry. And Infantry is a software development company and a consulting company for big brands such as Nike, Nintendo, HBO, VH1, NFL, Delta Airlines, eBay, and many more, right? So he is co-founder of Infantry, and he is advisor to this team. So that is pretty big to add some credibility to this project. They're safe and secure. They have been audited by TechRate in terms of their smart contract. So it is 100% safe. This is part of our tokenomics. I'm just going to skip through that. But the roadmap shows that right now what they're doing is marketing, working on their mobile apps, their NFT marketplace, the app platform, and they're doing many things. And Q1 of next year, that's when things launch. That's when the platform launches, and everyone will be able to really try it out and do some esports battles, right? So that's pretty much. Oh, by the way, and lastly, under Twitter, this is a sample of what NFT will look like in their marketplace. So obviously, they're making it look as cool as possible. So that's Hyperchain X. If you are interested, check out their URL in the description of this video. All right, guys, now let's do some Q&A. Tudor, thank you. Someone keeps shilling Power Ledger, saying that it's up 80% today. So I don't know if Coinbase or someone added them, but this is an old project. I remember talking about them. I was very, very into Power Ledger back in 2017. But you know what? Energy trading, it's not a thing that most people care about, and it's not a legit thing in many countries. So we'll see. Let me see. Let me make sure I didn't miss any more chats. BDC, stop playing with my heart. Green energy is not sexy. It's not sexy at all. No one cares about green energy. Don't fool yourself. Mt. Gox effect. What do you think will happen? Mt. Gox settlement, flash sale. You know what? That's been ongoing for years upon years upon years upon years. I got to catch up with what's going on, right? I know they are planning on finally redistributing to people that lost out. I don't know the schedule. I don't know exactly how much, but I will get into it. But that's something that's been discussed for many, 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 many years. Do you think AMP could get to 75 cents realistically? No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm sorry. That's just a little bit too aggressive. Hedera, I'm neutral on them. Let's just say I like other layer ones better. I panic bought when I saw BTC hit sub 62, the lower lows and lower highs. Do you see us hitting the mark by end of September? Trying to stay calm, Johnny. That's the $1 million question, right? All indications in terms of metrics, technical analysis, models, all pinpoint we're going higher, right? Now, many people are thinking that, hey, we're not going to hit 98,000. And if we don't, does that mean it's the end of the world for Bitcoin? No, it does not. It does not, okay? This cycle's not over. It's different. And if things don't follow exactly the same way, that's okay. So, Johnny, to answer your question, if we hit it, that'd be great. Awesome. It'll make Plan B the biggest, the best Bitcoin time traveler ever in history. But if it doesn't hit it, does that mean that everything's invalidated, everything's going to hell? No, it does not. Base averages, would you recommend buying now? Whenever we get a good dip, well, we're down 4% since yesterday, right? I mean, it's not, like I said, when in doubt, zoom out, right? We're at the same level we were at a week ago. If Bitcoin continues on and bounces off of 59 or 60,000, right? Again, that would only place us at the same point as a week ago. So, is it a good buying opportunity? I think right now it is. I think this sideways movement right here, you zoom out and you realize this sideways movement right here, right? Why is it happening? This usually happens before, it's like a consolidation resting period before a move up, right? So I think we're getting ready. Green, it doesn't matter how many times you say it, it's not. Green energy is not sexy. APay is the only recurring app payment for crypto. What's your opinion? I don't know that's true. There's a lot of exchange apps that will allow you to buy recurring or dollar cost average. So that's not true at all, Tudor. Saul, appreciate it. Big fan from Australia. Started May 21st. Thanks to your channel, I had good success, 50, 25, 25, and DCA. That is the right way to do it. Now, here's the one lesson that maybe some of you guys haven't learned yet, and that is to have cash on the side. I know a lot of people go all in. The biggest regret I had in the last crypto winter was not having enough money on hand to be able to buy the dips. And I realized that if you go all in, you watch it go down, and then you want to take advantage, you can't, right? That's the worst thing ever. So that's why, you know, over the last few months, I've been telling guys, I've been holding a lot of cash, 20, 25% in cash. And I recommended everyone else to do the same. And as Bitcoin goes higher and higher and higher, to start taking more profits, because you just don't know when the top is in, when the true top is in, right? Maybe we do have a huge correction after we hit 100,000, or maybe at 150 or 200, we don't know, right? But the best thing is to have cash on the side so that you can take advantage. Now, if you're in a situation you're like, George, I have no cash, right? Telling me that is pointless. Well, no, it's not. Number one is we will recover. And when we do, okay, take some profits, have cash on the side. Number two is everyone that is watching and investing should have a job, right? At least some kind of income source. Well, if you want to, store a little bit, for a rainy day, or make that, the cash, right, the reserves for Bitcoin, that's not a bad plan. Or, hustle and get a side job or a side hustle or something to make extra cash on the side. Because, man, when you have good corrections, good dips, the best thing you could do is panic buy, not panic sell. But, to put things in perspective, what we're seeing now is not a panic dip. Okay, it's not a massive dump. It's not nothing like that. I mean, I was looking at some of my old videos, from a few months ago even, and earlier this year. We had 20% corrections. We had 25% corrections. And right now, we're having a 4% correction, right? So things have calmed down a lot since even a few days ago. I mean, just look at some of these points, right? This was not too long ago. This is just a few months ago. And look at some of these points right here. And look at this point right here, right? These are huge 10, 20, 30% correction. And what we're seeing right now is more or less just sideways consolidation. So just to put things into perspective. Am I bullish on Doge Dash? No, I'm not bullish. I'm not bearish. I have no opinions on it. I'm neutral. What else is there? I think that's pretty much it. There's no other things. Selling is not a crime. That's right. That's right. Have you seen Torum? It's a blooming social metaverse play. I have. I don't know if it's really booming. I just know that it went up because KuCoin added them, but I don't know how many people are actually utilizing that platform. Damon, I didn't even have a chance to buy this afternoon. I was really, really busy. So tonight I'm going to evaluate. But I think, just me really quick off the top, doing some quick amateur TA. So just to put things in perspective, look at I'm on a 4-hour chart right now, right? And you can see right here in the middle, well, some of you guys could see, but let me make this a little bit bigger. But there's a couple of indicators that I look at that is showing that we're oversold, at least on a shorter time frame. All right, you can see stochastic RSI is basically near bottom at 0. You can see RSI has hit below 30. We're about 29. And the last time we hit that low was about right here, right? So right here. So we went sideways a little bit before making a big leg up. So there's a couple things. This is on a 4-hour too. If you look at the 1 hour, look at how oversold the RSI is. Right? Let me zoom this up a little bit so you guys can see. Look at the RSI in the 1 hour. It's at 15. When was the last time Bitcoin was at like 15 or this low, right? So it's like right around here, like over here and over here. Over here, obviously, would then go down a little bit, but it does show you that this is a precursor to this again. So a lot of this short-term indicators does show that Bitcoin is oversold, although, hey, whenever you have a lot of liquidations, long liquidations, and just profit taking or whale manipulation, right? Things will do what they do until it's over. The only thing that you can do is take advantage. Or no, I should say there's two things you can do. No, there's three things you can do. You could, number one, panic sell, which never leads to good things. If you think you could panic sell now and buy back later, most likely you're going to lose money. Number two is you could hodl, which is not bad. Just continue to hodl. And number three is if you have the ability, you take advantage, buy the dip. It doesn't mean that you go all in on a dip. You just buy dabs here and there. That's why I went through the altcoins today, right? There's a lot of oversold projects. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. I'll let you guys go. Overall, we'll see where this goes. Right? Don't panic. When in doubt, zoom out and realize we're okay. Right? We will get over this. And fingers crossed, let's see. We still have 2 weeks left for November. Plan B's 98,000 prediction. Will it happen? It's seeming like it can't possibly happen until it does. All right. So thanks for tuning in. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Oh, by the way, I am George number 008 is expiring in less than 4 hours. So just to remind you guys. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.